Guys, stop trading in your Sportsters. It's making me jealous. What is up, my people of the MotoJohn community? As always, thanks for tuning in to another video today. We're out on the streets of Philly, rolling around on the Sportster, and this road is bumpy as hell. God damn. I really need to upgrade this suspension. My ass is killing me all the time from this suspension. Anyways, as always, as you know, we travel around Philly, talking motorcycles, traveling, exploring, Philly destinations, motorcycles, Harley Sportsters, all that good stuff. So if you're into that fun stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and give this video a like. Drop me a little comment down there. I'd love to hear from everybody out there. So listen, I see everybody trading in their Sportster these days, and I'm not gonna lie, it's making me real jealous. And it's about to take a strain on my bank account because it makes me want to trade my bike in too for a bigger, better, faster bike. Probably a Harley, obviously. So why is everybody trading in their Sportsters? Why? Stop it. Stop trading in your Sportsters. I think I'm just gonna ride mine forever, maybe. Maybe I won't ever trade in my Sportster. Might just be like Sportster guy for the rest of my life. Maybe get more Sportsters and just be Sportster guy. Live out the rest of my days as a Sportster guy. No, but real talk, seriously. I see a lot of people trading in their Sportsters lately. You know, you're trading in for most likely what would be a bigger, newer bike for you. And you know, why is that? You see a lot of people trading in their 883s or their 1200s on Instagram, posting that they got a new bike, they traded in the Sportster. Most commonly of what I have seen is people are trading up to like the Street Bob or the Lowrider S. And don't get me wrong, I cannot blame them. Those are two awesome bikes, two badass bikes, two bikes that I'm very interested in as well. So let me know down in the comments like what you've done with your Sportster. Have you started on one? Did you trade it in, or did you keep it and upgrade? Did you upgrade and keep the Sportster, or did you trade in the Sportster? So there's a lot of reasons as to why you would trade your bike in, I suppose. And I mean, I guess finances is going to be one of the main reasons. And stay tuned, because I'm going to tell you if I ever plan on trading in my Sportster and what I would trade it in for. So, you know, like, yeah, like I said, why would you trade in your Sportster? Probably because you want to get some money towards a new bike, obviously. And so obviously we all know the age-old question, which probably leads people to trade in their Sportster. Is the Sportster a beginner's bike? Well, I mean, the question comes up a lot. Is the Sportster a beginner's bike? It's a girl's bike, all this stuff. I mean, like, whatever. Yes, does it lend itself towards, you know, being an easy entry, easy barrier to entry type of bike? Yeah, it's cheaper. There's a lot on the used market because people trade them in. You know, you can get a good, reliable bike to start out on that has manageable power, 883 or 1200, to, you know, keep you satisfied for a little bit. You learn on it and you grow into it. But that is not to say that there's not a lot of older, skilled, advanced riders out there rocking the Sporty as well. So that leads kind of to the question in the topic, you know, are you going to trade in your Sportster if you have one out there that you're riding a Sportster? Are you going to trade it in? Or did you trade it in already for a bigger, newer type of bike? And so like I said, I think some of those are the main reasons why, you know, people look at trading their bike in, is because, you know, I mean, depending on what Sportster you have, what year it is, condition, make and model, all that stuff. I don't know, you can get a couple grand, you know, you might get 5, 6, 7 grand put towards whatever you're trading it in on, which is good. Or maybe you feel like you outgrew it because it is a smaller, you know, frame bike, not as comfortable, smaller displacement, not as much power as some of these bigger, newer bikes out there. So you're saying, hey, you know, I outgrew this thing, I don't have any need for it, so I'm just going to trade it in. So why not keep it? How come people aren't keeping their Sportsters? Let me know. If you traded one in, let me know why you traded it in. And I'm not saying that as like a bad thing. Like, I get it. Listen, if you could put somewhere between $5,000 and $8,000 towards your new bike, like, yeah, obviously that makes sense. But also, on the other hand, why not keep it and have two bikes? I think it really comes down to probably that financial aspect. So of maintaining two bikes, you've got insurance, you've got upkeep of two bikes, and that, from that perspective, like, you know, yeah, it's easier to trade it in, get some money for a new one, and not have to deal with the old one. Yeah, I would say finances is probably the #1 reason to trade in the Sportster. So what would reasons be not to trade it in? Not to trade it in, you know, so you can have two bikes. You can have some different options. If you got something bigger, you can take that out on your long days. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I use my Sporty, you know, around town, bar hopper, things like that. Or, you know, they say, I want to keep my Sportster, chop it up, bob it out, you know, tear it apart, strip it down, do whatever to it. But one thing that you could consider for keeping your Sportster for is for someone else to learn on, I think. You know, what about that? Like, if you plan on having kids someday, or you have kids currently, keep that freaking Sportster to let someone else learn and ride on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, pass it down. Let the kid work on it. I wish I would have had something like that, you know, throughout my days. Like an easy, accessible bike to have access to. I didn't really have that. I mean, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm just saying that's a cool thing to kind of do, especially with a Sportster. Because, like, we all know, you know, it's an easy bike to learn on. You can pass it down through the family, through the generations. A couple reasons not to trade in your Sportster. Another reason not to trade in your Sportster, they're just awesome, badass bikes, okay? End of story. But so finally, the main reason not to trade in your Sportster, like I said at the beginning, is because all you freaking guys are making me jealous out there and making me want to trade in mine and get something newer and bigger and better. Like I said, Street Bob is something I'm definitely interested in. Lowrider S, obviously interested in. But now everybody is getting those, and it kind of makes me think, like, what else could I get? Maybe wait and see what Harley has up their sleeves this year, next year. I don't know. But, again, another main point of what I'm trying to say here is I don't think I'm going to trade in my Sportster ever. I think I'm going to try to keep this for as long as possible, as long as I can, and not trade it in. And when I do go to get another bike, not trade it in, so I can have two bikes, the Sportster and whatever my second choice would be. Also love the Road King Special, forgot to mention that. So yeah, I'm going to try not to trade in my Sportster. You should try to keep your Sportster as well. But again, listen, I'm realistic. I understand finances play a huge role in that. If I am lucky enough to keep this when I start to look at another bike here in the near future, I will be very happy about that. We'll see how the finances play out. I mean, if it makes sense to trade it in, no, just kidding, not going to consider it. I am keeping the Sportster forever. I think I'm just always going to keep this Iron 1200. Like you saw me say in one of my other videos, I mean, I don't know what it is about this bike. I just love it. There's something about Sportsters in general, so like I keep saying, keep your freaking Sportster. You need to keep your Sportster. So hopefully finances can work out for all of us these days to where we're looking to trade in that Sportster. We can keep it and get right into another one and have two bikes. Like I said, that could be a little bit difficult to maintain, but listen, I'm going to try my damnedest to make it work and not have to trade in my Harley Sportster. Alright guys, so listen, that's going to wrap it up for this one, talking a little bit about keeping or trading in bikes. And again, even any bike, you know, whatever bike you're riding, if you're looking at a new one, are you planning on trading it in or keeping it so that you can have two? A lot of pros and cons there all the way around on all these perspectives. Everybody's individual scenario is different. So let me know down in the comments, drop it down there. Trade in or keep and have two bikes or three bikes or four bikes, 5 bikes, 6 bikes, 7 bikes, 8 bikes, maybe 10 bikes. Is 10 bikes the limit? No bikes is too many. Alright, anyways, I'm done there. As always, we're going to wrap it up here, cruising around Plymouth Meeting, actually. A little outside of Philly, Plymouth Meeting, a little suburb of Philly. As always, if you enjoyed this, go ahead and like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. keep up to date with everything we got going on, check us out on Instagram. Always trying to post some cool pictures over there at the Moto John. Thanks for tuning in. Much appreciated. We'll catch you on the next one. It's the Moto John. We'll see y'all on down the road. Peace.